Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. I'm whipping up something quick for my Italian family who told me that I can't come over today unless I bring my stuffed artichokes with me. So my Aunt Zanny has been asking me for the recipe, and a couple other people asked me when I posted a picture of my stuffed artichokes. So guess what? I'm making stuffed artichokes, and here we go. So in my pan, I've got just oil, just olive oil, hot oil. And what I do to it is I add onions that have to be very, very fine because I'm making the breadcrumbs. I'm cooking the stuffing, right? The breadcrumbs that go with it. So it has to be very, very fine onions because you don't want a chunky breadcrumb. So I'm just using my Pan Protect chopper. You know, this thing is like probably 20, 25 years old, this particular one. I've had to replace the plastic before, but other than that, it just keeps going. And we sell the sharpener for this weird blade, this like zigzag blade. So it's been sharpened. All right. Very fine onions. If I see any big chunks, I'll just give it a little extra. But this is exactly the size I want, like almost pureed. Right? So what we're going to do is we're going to add it to the oil, the olive oil. You know I love my little mats. All right, that's going in. All right, chopped onions. And all right, so we're going to move these around. Get those cooking in the oil. All right, also in the oil, you're going to want to put a little tiny bit of anchovy paste. You can get these at Publix. I would say a teaspoon. I make this for all of my things that I cook for, like all my Sicilian dishes, right? So a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of anchovy paste. This is for my braciole or for my spadinis. And what happens with the anchovy oil is it just melts, right? It just melts into the oil. And it gives it that salty, briny flavor that I really like. Hold on. See that? There we go. So it just kind of melts into the oil. And then you cook your onions in it. All right, so while that's cooking, we're going to clean our artichokes. I, believe it or not, have never cooked artichokes before the other day when I posted the picture. So, oh, hello. Hello, Peanut Gallery. Surprised you haven't jumped in yet. So this is how you do it, and all I did was look online. So you cut the stems off. You can use the stems, but you want to cut it off because you want it to be flush so that it sits upright in the pan, okay? So that, we're going to do that to all of them. Now, some people keep the stems on or keeps them to cook it. You can definitely do that. If you just peel some of this, like you could clean the bottom, cut some of that's probably going to cook up and be nice and soft and delicious. But I can't tell you because I've never done it before. Next, like that. Last one. Oh, these girls are in for a treat today. It's going to be card day and Italian feast day. All right, so next what we're doing is I'm just going to cut this lemon, right? Just cut it open. And then I'm going to put lemon juice on the bottoms. Don't ask me why. I looked it up. Giada Di Lorenzo does this, so I'm doing it. Okay? Olive oil, lemon juice on the stem. Next, what we do is we cut the top off. And we're going to cut just about an inch from the very farthest piece. So we're going to chop that right off. Just saw it until it gets all the way through. There you go. Oh, God, you guys know, do you know that like a fresh artichoke is purple like that? It drives me crazy. Have you ever seen a artichoke flower? Like the plants actually flower and make these big purple puff balls? I love it. Hey, Sind. Yeah, you're going to love this, Sind. This is good stuff. All right, so now what you do is once you get the top cut like that, you turn it upside down like this, and you just push it down, and you can and you do circles. I can actually feel it like stretching out. Okay, so now I have all this space to stuff it. And then what you're going to do, the last step, is you just trim these outside leaves because you don't want the tips. The tips sometimes have like little prickers on them. So we're getting rid of all the little like thorns. But we're keeping these outside petals because you can stuff them and they're delicious. So we're going to do this all the way around. I feel like this is a simple, easy dish. And I've always stayed away from it because I didn't know. I thought it was very complex, but it turns out to be quite easy. Right? All right, these are all trimmed. That one's done, waiting to be stuffed. Now we're going to do the next one, just an inch. So if you're just cutting the top off, opening it up, spreading it out. Sin, I'll make you a set. I'll make you a whole meal of these. You know I will. I mean, now that I found out how easy it is, no problem. And believe it or not, I found these at Trader Joe's. I didn't even realize, like I wasn't looking for it. It was an accident. I got it the week before Thanksgiving, and they're so fresh and beautiful right on the, right in the produce section. And I said, you know what? I'm going to buy these and just see what happens. And so far, it's been very, very good. All right, number 2's done. Hold on, I like that one. Okay. All right, number 2. Do number 3 and number 4. Now the onions are starting to get translucent and brown. It's really a little burnt, but that's okay. Oh my God, it smells so good. The anchovy oil and the anchovy paste and the onions. Okay. Now I know just from experience that it's going to need a little more oil. Because what you want to do is you want to toast these breadcrumbs and get them soggy, like that you want it to be wet. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of black pepper. My God, my nose is running from these onions, but I love it. All right, and then I'm going to add a couple dashes of hot pepper, just a little bit, not a lot. I mean, that's less than 1/8 of a teaspoon. I'm going to sprinkle with some basil. And if I wasn't too lazy, I'd go in my backyard and just grab some, but I'm already here and I'm not leaving, so there. And parsley, right? Okay. And then we add breadcrumbs. So I have a little bit left of this in this container. Let's see how it goes. Again, I have no idea. I'm not measuring. I don't know. I would say that was 1 cup, and I want to do like 2 cups, so that's like 1.5 cup. I have no real way of knowing how much this is. I'm listening to my ancestors when they tell me to stop. Basta. Okay. Then you want to just get these all wet. You want these to be nice and moist and toasted. See that? Can you see? I can't see. Can you see what that looks like? And these are still a little too dry for me, so I'm going to add a little bit more oil. Come on, little guy. Okay. Yeah, this is perfect. So again, this is my like go-to breadcrumb stuffing for all of my Italian dishes. When I make the rolled meats, this is what goes inside. When I make stuffed peppers, this is what goes inside. Yeah, this is lovely. Lovely. And lastly, we're going to do a little bit of pecorino romano. I'm going to shut the heat off. We don't need heat anymore. And if you know me, you know that I do not buy pre-shredded cheese. So I've got my hunk of cheese, and we're going to town. I'm going to get this nice and cheesed up. This is what my daughter calls snow cheese. This is the Pampered Chef grater. It's the microplane grater. And this is the fine setting. We also have one that's a coarse setting. But we just want, yeah, that looks, again, I have no idea. I'm just kind of going with what it looks like. I think after all these years of making this Sicilian food, I kind of just knew. So, there's that. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. It smells so good. Ah! It smells so good. All right. Breadcrumbs are done. Let's finish up these artichokes. I'm going to cut the top off of this one. Loosen it up. I'm going to cut the outside leaves. See that? So super easy, really. So I think the hardest part is making sure you have a pot that fits the right size of the artichokes. I'm going to do this one. Yeah, okay, good. Last one. And then we're going to stuff these babies. See? Simple, simple, simple. Oh, did I do this? And just snip the top leaves. The outside leaves. These tend to be a little bit tougher, but they're a great vessel for bringing the breadcrumbs to your mouth. Okay, breadcrumbs. Here we go. So I'm just going to take this, and I'm going to take, here, we'll use the spoon. I'm just going to take the breadcrumbs, and I'm just going to start opening the leaves and dropping them on top, just like this. And what's great about these cutting mats is not only are they lightweight and easy to use, but then what happens is after, here, let me move these out of the way. After you like have overflow of breadcrumbs, you just take them, take the mat and pour it right back into your breadcrumb container. So see that? I'm just kind of opening up, letting it snow inside each layer. Again, I have no idea. I'm just kind of going by eye, opening them all up, because you know that you're going to want to eat every single petal. So I'm opening it all, stuffing it in. I take the stuff off the top so I can see again. Opening the next layer deep, stuffing all that in there, right? And that is it. So I'm going to do the next three. I'm going to do this one a little bit better, but you don't need to sit here and watch me stuff artichokes unless you really want to, right, Becky? What'd you say, Cindy? Never thought about using the anchovy paste? Oh, yeah, no, that's definitely, that was the Sicilian great-grandparents that's taught me that. The great-greats taught me the anchovies. And they would use the can of anchovy, which is also doable, but then I always wondered, like, what do I do with the rest of the anchovies in the can? Unless I was going to make pizza or something. And yes, I do like anchovies on pizza. Don't judge. It comes from my Mediterranean blood craves it. But this looks good. All right, so this one, it looks like it's all stuffed all the way through. And I'm just going to put it very gently in the pot. Maybe a little more in there. Yeah. I think that might be it. I don't know. I really like the stuffing part. It's like the best part. Okay. All right, that's going in. And then what I do, I'm going to do the rest of them, but let me just tell you. So in the pot, I do about 2 cups of water. 2 cups of water, right? A whole bay leaf or 2, depending on how you feel. what I'm gonna do is once all the artichokes are in there, I'm gonna squeeze the lemon on top and just drip the lemon juice over the top of the artichokes. And then I'm gonna throw this right into the water. A teaspoon of salt goes in the water and 1 garlic clove that I'm just gonna peel and smash right in the water. That's it. You cover it, you turn it on, I turn it on high. Oh, that's a good idea. Cindy, make the Caesar salad with the anchovies. Yeah, that's a good idea. All that goes in, the water goes in, you turned it on, you let it cook. I think the last batch I did was like 40 minutes and that was it. And they were perfectly tender. And I have, I just like grab, like when they're cooking, I just grab some of the inside leaves and pull. And if they're not pulling it, then it's not ready. So that's my story. These are my artichokes. I didn't measure anything. Sorry, Aunt Zanny. I don't know what I measured, but we can talk about it. Call me when you see this. All right, everybody. Have a great day. I miss you all. Sending love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Holiday love. Talk to you soon.